What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Hey, I got a nice new mic here. Hopefully, everybody, please let me know. Can you hear me fine? Is it set too loud? Is it not loud enough? Let me know. As you can see, it does some pretty cool stuff with some colors. I got a new webcam. I wasn't really happy with the webcam that I had using on the Microsoft Surface, so I went out and got myself an OnSpot Mini. So there you go. There's a new thing. Thank you, honey. Volume was fine. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. It means all my work and everything and putting things together is actually, oh, excuse me. I've been indulging in some Bud Lights and it's all working out really good. Hey, one of the few things I want to talk to you about tonight is um, let's, the death of the Sportster, the Evo Motor Sportster. The Sportster goes back into the 1950s when it was the old Iron Sportster. There's been a lot of chatter on the good old internet that, uh, about that going away. I mean, the 883, the 1200, those were the bikes that most people learned on, most people started out on uh, within the Harley Davidson community. Now, I did not start out on a Sportster. I started out, my first Harley was a 93 Softail, but a lot of people started out on them, and a lot of people took those bikes and made bobbers out of them, and really really used them for the motor transmissions. They'd use them for custom builds, whether it was um, you know a chopper or a bobber or something of their own design. You know, I'm kind of torn about, the Sportster going away. It's part of, Harley Davidson's history. They know what they're doing more than I do because, it's their company. But at the same time, I'm a little, hurt over that. Um, so, you know, I really don't know what to think, to be honest with you. Uh, they did come out with a replacement to the Sportsters, the Sportster S. So, that is liquid cooled. It looks more like a cafe racer. So I don't know how well that's going to transition into the bobber scene, to the custom chopper scene. Time will only tell. Let's see. Yep, it is. It is exactly. My wife says it's like an end of an era, and you know what? Exactly, it is an end of an era. Harley Davidson has to do what they have to do to change with the times to keep their company profitable, to keep their company afloat, and do what they have to do. And I'm sure they didn't come to that decision quite easily, uh, of canceling the long line of the Sportster. It's really, really something that it's going to take me a little time to swallow. If somebody else here knows better than I do, please let me know. Hey, and while you're here and you're listening to me, and I appreciate it, why don't you drop a link down in the comments, or actually not in the comments, in the live chat on the side. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from. That'd be great. Let me know your thoughts on the death of the Evo Sportster. I was one of those guys that made fun of the Sportsters, but you know what? I grew an appreciation to them. I mean, those little bikes, man, you take an 883 and you put the 1200 cc kit on that, and that thing would fly. It was light, it was nimble. You could put that thing anywhere, and it was fast. I used to ride with a guy in my old club who had a Sportster, and man, he could boogie that bike faster than I could even remember. But it good stuff. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Sportster coming up. I'm going to try something here. Can I get this to come on the screen? I'm trying to get some of the comments to come up on the screen. I don't know if I have that availability yet. I don't. But talk about availability and what's options I have with YouTube right now. Well, you know what? We're at 491 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. We're getting close to the 500 mark, where I'll give away a pair of sunglasses from Inferno USA. Big shout out to Inferno USA. I do have the streak light in the back with all the purple on it. I'll move out of the way. The camera's going to follow me. Give everybody a quick look. Let's see. Can we zoom in on it? All right. Oh, it lost me. Let's see. Nope. It won't stop following me. All right. So let's zoom out because nobody wants to see my pretty face like this. I know. Oh, sorry, guys. Trying to get this thing to unzoom. And it's not. Oh, well. So, that's the death of the Sportster. And hey, what do you guys think of this new camera setup I got? I think it's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the live chat what you guys think of the new camera. And it's not unzooming. It's not recognizing any of the hand controls. Oh, well. But, that's all right. We'll get things, we'll get this all figured out. So, that's one of the things I want to talk about was the death of the Sportster, the getting close to giving away them sunglasses, man. 500 subscribers. That's all I need. And we'll enter the raffle. And basically, I'm going to put up a video of announcing the raffle. And what you'll have to do to be part of it is you have to be a subscriber, and only subscribers could comment in it. You're going to comment, I'm in, or sunglasses. That's it. The comment would be sunglasses. So once that happens, then, we'll all, do the raffle for 30 days. And at the end of 30 days, I'm going to use the Wheel of Names program. And we will pick a winner. So one entry per person, and get ready to give that away. Speaking of giveaways, we got something new in today. Very much anticipated and waited for. Poker chips, guys. Whoop, back here. All right, poker chips. On one side, it's got my logo. And it says like, subscribe, share with the YouTube link. And the other side, it's the same word. Technology. Got my QR code. I don't know if you guys notice, but I do have a QR code. If you scan that into your phone, it actually open up what they call a dot, and it'll have all of my social media in there. You could save it as a contact in your phone. And you could select all my social media right from there. So, hey, Steve, good to see you. Welcome back, man. Yeah, sometimes technology is bad. Yeah, my tech camera is definitely a good example. But I think the video is better now than it was last week with the Surface webcam. What do you think, Steve? You tell me. So, hey, guys, beer time and shot time. I have my Jaeger cold brew here. What's everybody else doing for shots? Are you doing shots or not? Are you drinking beers? Are we having a good time? I was working in the shop tonight from about 5:30 to about 7. Just trying to get, these 2 projects done so I could get some more projects coming in. I have a bike coming in. That's going to be getting a stage 2. And then I have another project coming in. It's going to be getting a Legend suspension in the front. All right, guys. Cheers. The wife's drinking good old Jack Daniels. Unzoom, stupid. Maybe what I'll do is I'll download the software for this and use the manual controls. While I'm here doing that, let me try it. Let's see if that would actually work. And let's see. If I open a new tab, Do I lose you guys? Let me know. I'm going to try it. Let's see. Was it OBSBOT tiny? The accessories, webcam. Let's see, software. There we go. Download center. Let's see if we get this going. Sorry, guys, for this. It's really trying to get everything going here. No, I don't want Mac OS. Oh, Windows. There we go. All right, that's going to download, and then we'll install it, and then hopefully we can control our camera. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Steve. I'm still on. Because, I don't think I like my being this up close to you guys. Let me know what you think, and I want to get the follow me off as well, because I can get up and walk away, and the camera will follow me. That's kind of cool, but not really happy with it's not taking the hand controls. That's supposed to unzoom. Is it the other hand maybe? No. Oh well, let's do it the install. Let's see. Hey, anybody got anything you want to bring up and we could talk about today? Let me know, man. I brought up the Sportster, Steve. I don't know if you caught all that about the Sportster, the death of it, and I'm mixed feelings about that. They do have that nice new Sportster S they came out with. I think it's pretty cool. So you tell me what you guys think. I have, like I said, I have mixed feelings about it. We're getting close to finishing up this project, and the other project on that bike. Speaking of this bike, part 2 for this bike is going live on Sunday, and it shows me putting the lifters in, the lifter blocks, the lifter cuffs, the push rod tubes, the rocker arms, the rocker boxes, all with torque specifications and step by step. I didn't do both. I finished one cylinder, and I went and did the front cylinder. You give out all the torque specs. So torque specs do come right out of the Harley Davidson manual. So let's see. Okay. How many is this? Let's see if I could get this control going. Sorry, guys. Thought I was prepared, but I'm not. Yes. Downloading firmware. Oh boy. I know. Hopefully I don't lose you guys for this. So launch anyways. Okay. Tap to unlock. Headroom. It's doing the firmware, so I can't do any controls. No. So, all right, guys, let me know what you think of this camera. I think it's actually kind of cool. I think the quality is much better than what it has been. I think it's fun. Honestly, I think it's much better from what I'm seeing here on my end compared to the previous. So let me know what you guys think. So let's see. Harley Davidson, hey, cheers off to you, man. We all love your product. I know I do. I've been a big fan of your product for years. I know for a fact that you guys are doing the best you can for what what the society brings to the table and what the demands are. I know you guys are trying with the electric motorcycle. They actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but they lost an investor on the live wire. Something like $370 million they lost on that investor. So, I mean, real a big hit ever since Harley Davidson took the live wire and split it off into its own company, its own subsidiary. So it's interesting that that happened. I don't know what's going to happen, what's happening next with the um with the Livewire brand. Is it going to survive? Is it not going to survive? Um and same thing with the One bicycles. I've only seen those come out for I think 1 year. There are still some available. I did get a chance to ride one, and I did a ride review of it because it is a Harley Davidson. And I could tell you, man, it's the most enjoyable bicycle I rode because I didn't have to put a lot of effort into it, man. I put that thing in full assist and go up a hill, and it was not a problem. The problem is for me, why I don't have one is the price point. And I just can't see spending, $3,000 to $5,000 on a bicycle. I don't care what kind of, you know, what it does. I just, you know. All right, let's see. Tap to unlock. All right, zoom. There we go, guys. That's much better. What do you think? And will it track me? Nope. Okay, got that all figured out. Hey. So here we go, guys. This is much better. What do you think? I like it better this way than zoomed in. I think the zoom in will be good if I want to highlight something on the bike. Um, you know, I like the purple that was done on this bike. I think it's phenomenal. Um, I think it's looking really, really good for what it is. You tell me. What do you think, guys? You know, uh, so I'm going down to Daytona Beach, Florida for Bike Week. That's right. I'll be leaving here on March 2nd, and I'll be down and coming. I'll be back on the 11th. So I'm going down there, for, 9 to 10 days, which is awesome. And, I've reached out to some friends of mine that live down there, and I'm going to be, hooking up with them and seeing what's going on. Hey, Jose. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing your bike too tomorrow. If you need directions or my address, send me a text. I'll text you my address. But yeah, Jose, I get home about 5:30. So anytime after 5:30, you're more than welcome. I'll be in here working. So I do have somebody coming in now helping me out in here. It's a new guy. He's kind of green. He was going to be here tonight, but he had a meeting or something to go to. So here's hopes that he'll be here on a Wednesday night. I hope so. But if he's got meetings, he's got meetings. But he's helped me out with doing a video. He's helped me out working on a couple of bikes, and it's really nice. I'm teaching him the trade as we're going through and doing this. I'm going to be throwing him a few bucks anyways, because slavery was abolished with the Sixth Amendment of the Constitution, and working without any sort of compensation is, I consider that slavery, and I don't believe in that at all. So, his name is Matt. Hopefully, we'll get him on the camera so you guys see him sometime. And he wanted to volunteer his time and help me out with behind the camera stuff. So working on the bikes, we did one video, which would probably be a bonus video, which will be how to hide your antenna on your Street Glide and Road Glide. And also works on not really on your ultra limiteds, but if you do the relocation kit, it would work on that as well. And literally, it takes less than 10 minutes to hide your antenna. Well, you never see it. Your motorcycle doesn't look like a remote control motorcycle anymore. Let me catch you up here. Let's see. Damn, dude, I would love to learn. if you want to come learn too, Jose, you're more than welcome to, man. We got a lot of things going on in here. Um, I got to finish up this bike behind me. Um, I have the lower leg fairings I have to do. I have some accent LED lights I got to put on this. I have lower leg fairings and highway pegs, and I still got to do the tail lights, and I got to get the front turn signals on. I got those all rewired today, and so I got a lot of work going on. The other bike, I'm pretty much caught up on that. I have to drain the motor and transmission fluid once I get the front tire down. The front tire's mounted, front fender's mounted, front brakes are mounted on that. It's ready to come off the scissor stand, and that'll happen tomorrow. So, Jose, you're more than welcome. Let's see, I was going to ask if you would be interested in anything like that. Yeah, man, I'm always interested in stuff like that. You want to come around, man, you're more than welcome. Hell, might even get you on a live on a Wednesday night. Speaking of a live, guys, I don't know if you guys know who Hollywood is here on YouTube. He's got Insane Biker News and Motorcycle News channels. He's got 2 channels. I'm going to be on that channel possibly this Sunday. I've been talking back and forth with him. An email is supposed to be on his channel last Sunday, but he was under the weather and he couldn't make it happen. So we're going to be doing a live. We're going to be live on his channel. Hopefully I get a link out to you guys ahead of time so you could join in on the fun too. Hollywood and I are going to sit there and chat and have a good time and get that going. So I'm really happy about that. Hollywood has quite a following on YouTube. He's all sorts of full of MC protocol and MC news. That's what his channel is all about, the Insane Throttle and the motorcycle news. It's all about news about motorcycles, not just Harley Davidson. He's a good dude, man. I've in his channel for a while, and hopefully this will pan out, and hopefully I can work with a professional monkey on some of his lives coming up soon. I got to reach out to him and see if he's interested in that. So I'm always trying to do better. Jose, did you get a chance to see the poker chips? I got them in today. So, yep. And guys, they're free. I'm going to be carrying some around with me at events and places like that. If you want a poker chip, just tap me on the shoulder, says, yo, Doc Harley, let me have a poker chip. And I'll give you a poker chip. I ordered 300. So I've given out one to the wife, and I'm keeping one. So I have 298 available. You guys be interested in your own T-shirts? This is a sweatshirt or sweatshirts, Dr. Harley sweatshirts. Let me know, because come later in the winter, late winter, probably around February, end of January, early February, I'm going to, put it out that, hey, the shirts I'm going to be ordering shirts. If you want a shirt, a T-shirt from small to XL, it's $25 for 2XL and up. They're $30. Sweatshirts are $40 up to 2XL. Anything after 2XL, you can add another $10. Now, these are my prices. I'm not getting a penny selling off any of my swag, the T-shirts or, the poker chips. I paid out of my own pocket, man. Give you guys a clue here. Look at that. That's what 99 poker chips look like. I wish they had a monetary value. I would go up to the casino with a handful and cash them in, but that doesn't work because they have their own, security chips and things like that inside them. But yeah, guys, if you're interested in T-shirts, we're going to be offering a ladies T-shirt, a spaghetti strap, a V-neck short sleeve. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, and for the men, we'll have, regular T-shirts. They are a cotton blend. I do that because of shrinkage when you wash and dry them. Not shrinkage with the cold, guys. We don't want to, we all have that problem. At least I do. I'm old. But, hey, it is what it is. So, oh yeah. Speaking of work coming up, I had one of my brothers reach out to me. He wants to do front rear brakes. He wants to do front rear tires. He wants to do an oil change. He's going to get me everything he needs, probably get me a deposit. I'll order everything up. When it comes in, I'll let him know. Probably be something to be done in the springtime though. Early, mid to late March after Daytona. So he'll have his bike ready to go for the riding season. Uh, V-neck or tank top would be cool. Yeah, honey, V-neck or tank top be cool. Also, I think G-strings. Guys, what do you think? Should we get the women G-strings? Who's willing to pay for a woman for a G-string or a thong? I know I'll buy some. Hopefully my wife will want it. I know she won't wear it, but hey, one could hope. I was talking to some of the girls I know that are models about doing a photo shoot for maybe a 2024 calendar. And, I got to pay the girls. And I got to pay to produce the calendar. Would you guys be interested if I do a calendar? I did a calendar for my shop, Chops Custom Cycles, for 2018. I did the shoot in October of 17. Big mistake. I did the shoot too late. The production was too late. Didn't get I ended up throwing out 75 to 80 calendars at the end of 18. I kept one. So we're looking at doing calendars. Guys, would you be interested into a girly calendar, man, with bikes? I know you won't see the bikes. It's all about the girls. I get it. But was that something you guys be interested in doing and seeing? Is me producing a calendar for 2024? Let me know. These are a lot of ideas I've been pumping in my head and trying to get things going, and love to do it. Whatever we could do to make this channel better, to help out. I'm always investing, like in these cameras. Here, let me move this camera down just a wee bit. Oop, too far. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. Thinking of, I could do to make this channel better. I'm going to 4 rallies and 1 party this coming year. I'm going to Laconia. I'm going to, first I'm going to Daytona, then I'm going to Laconia, then I'm going to Gettysburg, I'm going to Catskill Mountain Thunder. Those are the 4 rallies. And then the party I'm going to is a 120th anniversary party out at Harley Davidson in Milwaukee. It's at the museum. I highly recommend, if you guys never been out to that museum, do go. I went in 2019 with my wife, and I could tell you, man, the amount of memorabilia in there is unbelievable. They have brand new motorcycles going back to like 1904, 1905. Brand new, never registered, never owned by anybody. What Harley did is they had the foresight of building a museum, and they'd take the first bike off that production line and hold it aside for themselves. They have a 1936 Knucklehead with 116 miles on it. It's an original bike. It's brand new. It's never been registered. It's never been restored other than the leather on the seats and the drive belt. But other than that, man, this thing is perfect. It's beautiful. Matter of fact, one of the museum guards looked at me and says, "Don't touch it." I says, "Okay, I might drool on it." It was so sexy. The first Knucklehead to come off of Harley Davidson's line in Milwaukee on Janu Avenue. Man, what a treasure that is. Let me know, guys. What do you think about that? Do you have any ideas or any inspirations going out to Milwaukee to the Harley Davidson Museum or the 120th anniversary party? I'm telling you, if you go to the 120th anniversary party, better start booking your hotels now, man, because they're booking up fast. My booking agent, I can't say who it was at this point. My booking agent, was telling me that it was hard to put me in the hotel that I wanted to go in, which is Iron Horse Inn right there in Milwaukee. They are booked solid. So they couldn't get me in there. So they got me into a hotel and casino. So that's kind of cool. And it's only an 8-minute walk to the museum. Basically, I walk out of the hotel and make a left, and boom, right down the road, man, there's the museum. I can't complain. I plan on going back out to the world headquarters. And, that's the site of the original plant where they kept adding on and adding on. The entrance to that place is still original from when they opened it up. I believe it was in 1907. One of the original signs is outside, is still working. It's awesome. I have pictures of that on my Facebook, but I will be out there and I will be taking some video while I'm there. Unfortunately, you can only go into the lobby. Now, Harley Davidson's talking about shutting down that old factory with a lot of people still working from home. And I think they're going to do a lot of remote working. So they're not heating, cooling, paying the electric on this big, huge factory. If you haven't seen it, it's massive. Um, I'd like to see them, open up like an assembly line museum there. That would be kind of cool if they did that with that space. What the assembly line was like when they opened up, with the wooden tables and the old bikes on there and the different stages of assembly and how they did it. That would be kind of cool to see. I would love to see that. So you guys tell me, what do you think Harley Davidson should do with the original plant over on Genu Avenue in Milwaukee? I think they should make it, if they're closing it down, at least have the ground floor rebuilt as it was a factory back in the heyday before they moved to the powertrain plant, which is just outside of Milwaukee. And I was there with my wife, and we did the Steel Toe tour. We did the Engines 101 tour, and we, had such a great time out there. That was in 2019. That was pre-pandemic. I know I keep looking at the York factory. I want to do a York factory tour where they actually put the bikes together, and they're still temporarily closed, as they put it. And I don't understand why they're still temporarily closed. I mean, there's no reason. No reason at all. Open it up, Harley Davidson. I'm telling you, open up that tour. Open up your tours. Generate some income. This way you won't be crying you need the money. And maybe, CVOs won't be, $45,000. Yeah, I've seen some dealers for my CVO. Some dealers are listing them for $60,000. It's a 43,000 MSRP, and some dealerships are getting 60 grand for that. I say shame on those dealerships. They are taking advantage of their customers and raking them over the coals. That's disgusting. That's why I love my sponsors, Cape Cod Harley Davidson and Yankee Harley Davidson. I buy all my bikes from Yankee. I buy all my parts from Yankee. Yankee Service does all my dyno tuning for me and all of my recalls and warranty work, because they don't mark up over MSRP. If you don't believe me, go on out there, Route 6 in Bristol, look at the prices, or out there in Cape Cod, go out there and look at the prices of their bikes. They are at or damn close to the MSRP. They are not raping people for an extra 10 to 15 grand for a bike. I think it's disgusting that some dealerships are doing that, and shame on them. What do you guys think about that? You think those dealerships should be reprimanded by the corporate entity of Harley Davidson for doing that? I think it's completely disgusting that they do that. I mean, God, let's rape our customers the best we can. So we're going to stick it to them right when they come in and buy a bike. You know what? If I walked into a dealership to buy a bike and I saw a bike there that I wanted, and I did my research online at harleydavidson.com, and I know what the MSRP is. For instance, let's take my envious green CVO Road Glide. The MSRP on that was $43,000. Knowing that, if I go up there and I see the dealership trying to get $50,000, $55,000, or $60,000, I wouldn't even waste my time talking to a salesperson. I would turn around and walk right out. If you're in an area where dealerships are doing that, it might be worth it to you to take a drive to Yankee Harley Davidson or Cape Cod Harley Davidson and talk to them, or make a phone call, see what bikes they have, and buy a bike from them. Because if you could save anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 on a motorcycle that you had to travel 300-400 miles to do so, it's worth it in my book. What do you think? I'm going on a rant here on some of these dealerships, and I'm telling you, I can't help it. Some of these dealerships are disgusting with that. They really are. They're taking advantage of the us bikers, their core customers. You know, I wouldn't even buy a t-shirt from a dealership that has their markup so high. I wouldn't even go in there and buy a poker chip. And it's that simple. You know, I wouldn't give them any of my business because they're raping fellow riders on a new motorcycle. And I think that's disgusting. And I think it's they should be reprimanded. I think somebody should step in and do something and say, hey, you can't be charging that much more over MSRP. If they have bad business practices, they have to sell them that high to make a profit, then shame on them for having bad business practices. You know, with that being said, a lot of mom and pop owned dealerships are actually being sucked up and eaten up by corporations that have a string of dealers. And that's all they do is own dealerships. Might be Harley Davidson, Ford, Chevy, Subaru, Dodge. Excuse me, indigestion here. Could be anything. And then you're losing the personal touch of the family and the friendly environment of, you know, a family-owned business to a corporate-owned business. That's one thing I like about the two dealerships that are my sponsors. They are family-owned. They are not corporate-owned, and they care about their customers, and they love their customers. All right, guys, let's open this up. You got any questions about your bike? I had a guy down in Florida reach out to me. He's a good friend of mine. I'm going to be seeing him down there about doing a stage 2. He says, hey, should I do the cam chain tensioner while I'm doing this? I'm sitting there going, oh, absolutely. You're there changing the cam plate and oil pump. You absolutely want to change that cam chain tensioner. You know, it's, you know, a few more bucks. And, you know, you don't want to do the job, get it done. And then depending on how many miles are on the bike, go in there and have to take it off to take out 2 screws to change the cam chain tensioner. You know, that to me doesn't make sense. If you're there, do it. And if you're not there and it's not time, don't do it. But if it's time, do it. And if you can't do it, you know, give me a call. I'll help you out. If you want me to do it for you, give me a call. You know, we'll make an appointment, get your bike in here, we'll get it done. It's that simple. But you know, we could do all that. He was telling me that he ordered the also ordered the tab head pipe and the boomsticks with the zombie baffles for his mufflers. I think that's nice. I think that's a phenomenal choice. You know, I can't wait to go down to Florida. And I told him when I'm down there, if he could wait, I'll help him put it in. You know, he's a brother of mine from another mother, but if he needs the help, I'll be more than happy to help him out. You know, when I was down there in 2019 for Biketoberfest, my buddy Rob, if you're in here, man, say hello. You know, miss your brother. You know, I went down there. He gave me his 2003 Softail to ride when I was down there. And while I was down there, man, he needed grips. The bike needed bushings for the handlebars. I went out and bought him the handlebars and the bushings and the grips. We went back to his house and I changed it for him. And, you know, it's the least I could do. You know, the brother picked me up at the airport and my wife picked us up. We stayed at his house and he gave me a bike to ride for Biketoberfest. Man, that's the least I could do. Yeah, he didn't reach in his pocket every time we went out for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or at a bar and he wanted a beer or something to drink. You know, I didn't let him reach in his pocket. I took care of it because I appreciated what he was doing for me. Let me stay at his place, gave me a motorcycle to ride. You know, the money I saved in hotels, come on. Who wouldn't do that? I know I wouldn't do that, you know. When I'm going down to Daytona in March, I'm not riding down, but I'm taking my bike, but I'm not riding down. I'm going, we're trailering the bike. Go ahead, laugh. I don't care. I've ridden a Softail to Daytona. I've ridden a Softail to Sturgis and back. All right, with a Badlander seat. I've put my miles in. I've earned the right to trailer to a rally. Hey, why not? But trailing the bike down. We're staying in a motor coach. We're staying at a campground. I think that's awesome. That I got a camper on a campground with my bike, with my brothers. It's going to be a great time. I'm going with some people. You guys, Mike and his wife Hannah were on here last week. He is definitely, I'm going with him, and he's definitely a solid dude. Jose, got myself here with. Yeah, Jose, you're saying I go by myself every year I had people to go with. Yeah, man. Hey, Jose, man, if you're down there and you want to hook up, brother, reach out. I'm going to be doing a meet and greet down there. I'm not sure where yet, but I will be getting that information out prior to it. But if you want to get together, man, ride, I'm there. There's not a lot of great riding down there. There's that one loop, but other than that, there's not much riding out there. And you want to get together, ride while we're out there? Fuck yeah, man, let's do it. Cheers, everybody. A little Jaeger cold brew. So, and I know some people down there that are transplants from Connecticut. And, I'm going to hook up with them. Plus, I'm going down with my brother Mike and a friend of his who I've met. It's a good dude. He's an Air Force veteran. So, we got a lot in common, both being veterans. So we'll get along. It'll be a good time. You know what they say, when there's veterans and alcohol involved, man, yeah, it's always different. Yeah, you're right. It is a party rally. And, I go street. I think I'll spend 5-6 hours on Main Street, and then I'll leave Main Street because nothing good can happen down there. You get in trouble. I'd rather go hang out at Destination Daytona or the other local bars around the place over there. You got the Piranha Grill, which is actually awesome. Believe it or not, in Florida, it's a Pittsburgh Steelers bar. I'm not a Steelers fan, but I found it quite interesting that down there they have a Pittsburgh Steelers bar. It's not a Miami Dolphins or a not Tennessee Titans, the Tampa Bay Bucks or whatever they call themselves these days. I really don't care. Yeah, Froggies. That's a good place to stop. Also, the Beaver Bar, Broken Spoke, Full Throttle Saloon. Those are good places to stop. At Full Throttle, we saw, I can't remember the country band, but they were there. I got to watch them play. That was pretty cool. It was a mainliner country band. I'm not big in the country. I don't dislike it. I don't hate it. If it's playing, I'll listen. But that's it for me for country. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the Piranha Grill was good. Yeah, they had good food. Yeah, you know me. If there's food, I like it. We went to a Chinese place. I believe it was a buffet when we were down there with my buddy Rob and my wife's friend Mary, that she's known since high school. They've been friends since high school. And my wife, when she went to school, she went in a little red building, man, where all the grades were in one place. They had a potbelly stove in the center. She's going to kill me. The Marshall Tucker band. That's who we saw. We saw Marshall Tucker. But yeah, when she went to school, it was like Little House on the Prairie. She's old. She's going to kill me. I get killed every week. I don't care. I'm having fun. You guys having fun too? A bit stressful today, trying to get what I wanted accomplished. on these two bikes before the live, and I was able to get it done and get everything set up. So I was happy about that. Um, Guys, tell me, what are you looking forward to? Let's see. All right, man, getting ready for bed, waking up early to go riding tomorrow. Like 52. All right, Jose, brother, I will see you tomorrow. Swing by, like you said. I wish I could go riding with you, but I got that little thing called the JOB in the morning. Yep. So I will be there till 4:30, and depending on traffic, I should be home by 5:15, and after about 5:30, I'll be in here working. So good night, Jose. Thanks for stopping in, brother. We'll see you soon. Yeah, went to school with Jesus. Yep. How was he? Was he well behaved, or was he a hellion in school? So, guys, tell me. Anybody got any questions about your bikes, man? Let's get this chat going, dialogue going. What do you want to know about services or what's included in a service? Um, should you or should you not do a service on your bike? Should you just change the oil and put gas in it and go? Ask me some questions. So, guys, let me know what you want to know. I mean, this is your time to talk to the doctor, and I could, put you on the right path of righteousness with your motorcycle. I mean, we spend a lot of money on these things, man. These are more than just toys. For me, it's my livelihood. Well, not really a livelihood, but it's my passion. It's my life. I am a biker, from the, bone to bone biker. I love being a biker. I love everything about the biker community. I love everything about the motorcycle community. That's why I started this channel, to help the motorcycle community out, because I saw a lacking. I used to watch John Maxwell all the time here on YouTube, and he was a good dude. He's put out some good videos, some good content, but he started his own business full time, and he hasn't posted a video, Christ, in almost a year and a half. So, I felt the need, and a void needed to be filled. So I started this channel to fill that void, because, he would do some great install videos, some good troubleshooting videos. Yeah, he worked at a Harley Davidson dealership before he opened up his own business. And, when he started his own business, he was the boss, he was the mechanic, he was the parts guy, he was the ordering guy, he was the tax guy, the paperwork guy, the billing guy, the accounts payable, accounts receivable. And of course, YouTube fell to the side for him. And that's understandable. No disrespect to John Maxwell. Hey, we miss you, John. We wish you luck, man. I hope your business is thriving and doing well. So that's why I started this channel. And I had some other people inspire me, like Professional Monkey in Florida. Meg's Motorcycle Journey is another one that inspired me to do this. Moto Blonde was another one. And Sos the Ghost, believe it or not, yeah, Sos the Ghost. He inspired me to put all this stuff together. When I first started thinking about doing this, I reached out, talked to, sent a message to Professional Monkey and Sos and everybody who I followed and watched. And I asked them, camera questions and things like that. And they just said, get a camera, start recording. Other than Pro Monkey, he told me GoPro. So I got an Insta360 1X2, and then I got a GoPro. Takes me a bit to learn, but I like that 1X2. I thought it could do everything from in the shop to moto vlogging, but because of the way that camera works, using it indoors, everything looks fisheyed. So I went out and got the GoPro. I had one donated to me by my mom because she believes in what I'm doing here and thinks it's going to be great. Hey, cheers to my mom. She wasn't feeling very well yesterday. I spent 8 hours with her down at the ER. So cheers, Mom. Love you. Go ahead, make fun of me. I don't care. If you know me, family's number one. Take care of your family. I have one mother in this world. When mom's gone, she's gone. So I'm going to take advantage of every moment I can with her and be there for her because she was there for me growing up and raised me. And that's that. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, guys, let's get some questions going. You got any questions about different things? What am I doing in here? Your maintenance on your vehicles. Let's, ask along. Did you guys know I had a QR code before tonight? If you're curious, you could go to my community tab, scroll down, you'll find the QR code, and you could scan it in there. Scan it off your phone. It does work off the computer screen. I tested it, and save it as a contacts on all my social media, include Venmo, and we'll see how that goes. Hey, I'm trying everything I can, trying to make this channel better. Right now, I'm financing every penny of it. It's Christ, I think I've put thousands upon thousands of dollars into this channel, trying to make it better for everybody. I'm investing into it. But I look at it this way. It's an investment into a future that is unknown, but I do have my goals and aspirations into this channel. Like my short-term goal is 500 subscribers. And as of right now, we are at 491. So I got a mass text. I was just reading that. I'll get back to that later. But you guys tell me, what do you think? Is this a good channel? I mean, we got 3 people on here right now. Who else is on here? I'm here. My wife's here. Who else? Who's the silent person in the background? I'd like to know. Kind of curious. Hey, you guys tell me. We got 3 people. Come on, everybody, get in here. I promote this. Knots out of this. 491 subscribers. And we had a high of 5 or 6 people in tonight. I got 3 likes. Yeah, going on that, guys. If you haven't done so already, give me a like on the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification. This way you get notified every time I upload a video. I have a lot of good videos that are coming out full of great information. I've already covered a 1K, a 5K, 10K, a 20K service. So you could do your own services. You don't have to go to the dealerships to do it. How to internal wire your handlebars. I've done a video on that. How to store your motorcycle, how to take your motorcycle out of storage. Doing a stage 2, changing your cam bearing and things like that. A lot of good information out there that I'm giving. So let me know what you guys want to do, what you guys think. Definitely want to do the best content out or not. Is it survive? Is it going to die? I don't know. Let's find out. So let me know, guys. I'd like to hear from you what you think. Steve, that would be me. Yeah. Hey, Steve, you're still with us. That's awesome. Steve, you got any questions, man, about services or maintenance on your bike or upgrade you want to do? What you want to do for your next bike, if you have a next bike or you have your forever bike, that's up to you. Let me know, man. Kind of curious. Talk to me. We got 4 people in here now. Okay. So we got Steve, myself, my wife, and somebody else who doesn't want to let us know who they are. Come on, guys. Ask your questions. Steve, you got any questions about your bike, man? I could ramble on about my, Harley Davidson and doing everything I need to do. And, you know, like my lowrider S, I've already put that away for the winter. That's parked for the winter time. That will be coming out of storage when I get back from Laconia. Sorry. When I get back from Daytona, I'll take that out of storage, put the battery back in it, check the tire pressures, give it a good cleaning. And I'll go through that bike from front to back, top to bottom, and make sure it's good to go. So when I want to get on there and rip on it, I can without any maintenance issues that might come up. That's a good time to really look over your bike. It's the springtime, and also in the wintertime to look over your bike to see what you want, any maintenance that needs to be done on your bike. We need brakes or tires in the wintertime. Do you want to change your oil now or wait till spring? That's up to you. I always say wait till springtime because of condensation and things like that. That's my thought on that. You guys interested in all seeing this black bike with the front wheel and the legs on it? Let's see. Can't afford another bike. So for now, it's your Shadow, man. 110,000 miles on it, Steve. You're cranking along on that. Nothing wrong with the Shadow. Nothing wrong with anything out there, man. If you're in the wind, that's all that matters to me. So, here, let me turn this camera on. Take a look at this black bike that I've been working on. Look at that. The black forks that were and upper sliders that were powder coated. The turn signals were powder coated. I do have parts still out that I'm trying to get back. Let me turn it around the other way. My toolbox. Some bikes I'm working on. Oh, there you go. That's the back of that bike. So yeah, I do have a lot of this bike back together. The rocker boxes, which are on top of the heads, where the push rods and the rocker arms go. Yeah, that's still apart because I just got the pieces the other day for the tank emblem. Because the tank emblem right up there where it says Harley Davidson, that's going away. And it's a certain color that we're matching some parts to on this. It's a total of 8 parts, that emblems that he got to give it, a nice custom look and theme to it. Yeah, I know your cousin had a Shadow. He loved it. My buddy Rob's got a Shadow and he loves his. It's a 750 and it works very well. And he loves it. All right, there's the purple in the gas tank. You can actually see it with this camera. And that's why I did the purple on here. And also on front brake calipers, the screens. Let's see, can we get those? No, the mic's in the way. Hold on. I don't know if you guys could see that. Let's see if I can open up the program and we can zoom in on that. On those screens. I mean, it's really looking phenomenal. Waiting on the program to open. It's not opening. There it is. All right, so let's zoom in on that. You guys can see the purple right there in the back of the calipers, right here. Right there. That's the same purple that's on the motor. I had them all powder coated at the same time. This way, everything matched. I mean, yeah, it's powder coated, but depending on the day, the humidity in the area, also, that all will change the color of powder coat. So if you're going to do a color, if you're going to do like multiple parts, send all the parts out at once for powder coat. Don't sit there and wait because You could do gloss black today and do gloss black tomorrow, and it'll be close. But because of the humidity in the air and everything, like paint, man, it could change that, and you don't want that. So if you could send everything out at once to be done at once, at least it all matches and it looks right. Yeah, you're spending a lot of money up front instead of breaking it up into parts and pieces. I get it. Black, you really won't have to worry about. But when you're talking about, like the purples or the accent color on the other bike, you know, that's crazy. You guys want to see nice bike? There we go. Let's check this bike out. This bike was made by Bad Custom Cycles here in, I think they're in Terryville. That's a Rocker C with a Heartland back end. It's a pretty cool bike. I just got done putting that thing back together for the customer or a friend of mine. He went down on his bike, and we want to get everything going for him so his bike is safe to ride. All right, get the camera back up. There we go. So, his bike is safe to ride. I think he's picking that up tomorrow. So yeah, man. Thanks, Steve. They are nice. I do appreciate it. Maybe one day I could get my Road Glide or Lowrider S in the background. I've done some powder coating on the Lowrider S, and not yet on the Road Glide. I do want to get rid of the red parts that put on by Harley and make those red green and some other parts on that bike green, because it is the Envious Green Fade. And if you haven't seen that, what it looks like, oh my God, it's phenomenal. If you look on my community tab, scroll down towards the bottom, it's a featured bike. And guys, if you want if you want to have your bike featured on my channel, email me a picture of your bike with a list of modifications, if any, and I will put your bike up there and it'll be featured on the wall for, a week or so, at least a week to, a month. So let's get some other bikes up there besides my own. I got my Lowrider S up there. I have my my CVO Road Glide up there. So let's talk about this. Let's get some other bikes up there. Let's send me a picture of your bike and let me, put them up there. I'd like to see that. If you want my email, it's robertchop@gmail.com, and it's ROBERTCHOP@gmail.com. That's my email, man. But if you go to my QR code, my email's in there too. So scanning my QR code, get all my socials, my email, my Venmo. You get my, let's see, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. Yep, they're all in there. It's easy to do. It's from I don't know if you guys heard of the program, the Dot Card. It's actually pretty cool. Steve, did you see the poker chips? And that's the front. Now that's the back. It's got my QR code on it. Steve, if you want a poker chip, man, let me know. Email me your address, and I'll mail one to you with some stickers. I got some stickers up there. Is there life after death? Well, fudge with this bike and find out, with 2 skulls on it. That's a pretty cool sticker. Plus, I have some Dr.Harley stickers. If you want that with the poker chip, man, I'll be more than happy to send them down to you. Steve, thank you for being a supporter of this channel. I really appreciate it. So I'd like to send you something, that you support this channel, you support me, support what's going on here. So, if you want that stuff, email me your address and I'll definitely get it out in the mail on Friday. I send you a whole bunch of merch. I do have one large shirt. So if you want that, if you're a large, let me know and I'll give that to you. I wish I could comment on services on your shadow. But I could tell you on your shadow, you want to flush your brake fluid every 2 years, man. If you have a hydraulic clutch, you want to flush that too every 2 years because if you watch some of my videos, you'll see that I mentioned how brake fluid is hydroscopic, and yeah, it's a big word, but what does it mean? It means it attracts moisture. So as temperature changes, like your soda can, it'll start to sweat from condensation. Well, it actually happens inside of your brake system and your hydraulic clutch. And that water will get in and start rusting things out. You'll lose performance out of your brake fluid and your clutch fluid if you have a hydraulic clutch. So you definitely want to get in there and flush that stuff out every 2 years. I don't care if you store your bike in a climate controlled area or not, because you're out riding the bike from day to night, night to day, especially in the fall and the early spring where it's beautiful during the day and it gets cold at night. So, condensation does happen, and so you want to do that as far as maintenance. And if you run regular oil on your bike, you want to change that oil every 3,000 miles. If you run synthetic, then every 5,000 miles. And I could give you an oil recommendation. Amsoil makes a metric oil. If you give me a minute, I don't know if I still have a quart. Hold on. Actually, I do have a quart left. That's what it is, man. Metric 10W40, full synthetic. It's from Amsoil. I highly recommend their oil. I am a dealer for them. They do not pay me or pay me to promote their products, but I believe in their products. I run Amsoil on all my bikes, and which are only two, but they're mine. And I could tell you the engine temperature is lower. The viscosity doesn't break down as quick, and it's just something that's aesthetic oil is the way to go, man. Yeah, it's more expensive up front, but if you're changing you every 3,000 miles, that's 3 oil changes to 2. Oh, it's or 5 oil changes to 3. Actually, it comes down to you're actually saving money and time. It's more time on the wind and on the bike in the wind. That's more time not in the shop, or less time in the shop, or less time you wrenching on your bike. Now, if you like wrenching on your bike, I love wrenching on my bikes, and you want to change your oil more often, that's up to you. But I always run synthetic. You got a cable clutch. Okay, yeah. You definitely want to lubricate that cable. Take it off your hand grip and spray a little WD-40 down there, or some silicone cable. I love it. Give it some cable love, man, because last thing you want is that cable to snap on you in the middle of a ride and you're stuck somewhere. You've been riding a long time. You got 110,000 miles. I'm sure you've had a clutch cable snap on you, and that's the last thing you want happening. I know I don't want that happening to me. My 22 CVO Harley got away from the hydraulic clutches and went back to the cable clutch. So I think it was from 2014 they started hydraulic clutches on their touring bikes, and they went all the way up until I think it was last year, 21. Yeah, they went back to the cable clutch because they've had a lot of problems with the hydraulic fluid. People aren't doing the maintenance that they're supposed to with, bleeding them out. So they had a lot of problems. So it was cables on these clutches are 2-piece. that can, if I needed to, if I was going to put taller bars on. I did put taller bars on my bike, but I didn't have to extend any of the cables or the brake lines because I went from 10 to 12 inches. And the big difference was the pullback. Which pullback? Well, when you got sitting out there on your bike, your pullback is this way. And, they were here and I went out to here with it. So that was a big difference. So it's a lot more comfortable for me. I can't sit and ride a bike with the handlebars like this. Well, it's a little exaggeration, but stock bars, I'm sitting on the bike going, this is weird. I can't do this. I got to put 12s on here with less of a pullback. So my arms are a little straighter, not completely straight out, but a little straighter and, up a little higher, still below my shoulders and go. You know what I mean? I just can't rock stock bars on a bagger. But on my lowrider S, I did keep the stock bars. I was hemming and hawing over that. I've had the bike now 2.5 years. I bought it in July or June of 2020. And I've been hemming and hawing since I've owned that bike about putting on, do I want to put apes on that bike or not? Well, you know what? I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to leave the stock handlebars exactly the way they are, because the way that bike rides, the way that bike handles, I'm not going to change it, because that's not the bike I take out and hit the road and, disappear for, 400 or 500 miles. No, that's the bike I take out and I rip on it. If I'm having a bad day and I need to beat on something, I'd rather beat on the bike than a wall, because walls hurt my hands. And I'd rather go out there, and that's my hot rod. I say it all the time. That's my high performance bike. That bike's making 107 horses at 126 foot-pounds of torque at the tire. So, I mean, that's my little hot rod. The front end comes up way too easy, but I want to put a turbo on it, or a 131, or both. Let's see, Steve. What are you saying here? I keep time. Hey, you keep one on the bike all the time. Yeah. I understand. I had it. My first bike was a 76 KZ 400. It was a Kawasaki. I bought it off the previous owner in 1986 when I turned 16. And I needed to, I wanted to ride, and that's what I could afford. I paid $500 for the bike. It had 5,000 miles on it. It was a KZ 400 inline 2, not a V-twin. It was an inline 2, and it had a cable clutch on it. It had drum brakes front and rear, and I had the cable snap on me, and I was about 25, 30 miles from home. And I learned really quick how to power shift and how to get the bike going from a stop without a clutch cable. I think I was 16 years old. Yep. That was something, and I never forgot that, that little KZ 400, man. I turned that into a cafe racer. I used to work for Bridgeport Kawasaki. I turned that thing into a cafe racer. I took it up to Boston. On the way to Boston, the voltage rectifier blew on that. We replaced the voltage rectifier. And on the way home, I blew the motor. And that was the end of that bike. And then I went into an 81 440 LTD that I turned into a cafe racer. And then after that, I got my first Ninja 600. Then I went to a Ninja 750. I only had that bike a short period because one of the customers at the Kawasaki shop really wanted it, because it was the only black Ninja 750 we got in 1987. And I sold it to him for more money than I paid for it. And I bought a GSXR 1100, a 1987 1100 Gixxer, and that thing was just a beast. I've been through a lot of motorcycles in my days, and then my last crotch rocket was an FJ 600 from Yamaha. Then after that, I got my first Harley, which was a 93 Softail, and I built a snots out of that motor. It was fully custom. I might throw some pictures up on that at my community page um, tomorrow or something, because that bike was done up, man. It was beautiful. It had uh, an open primary, some custom paint, custom tins, 18-inch apes on 2-inch risers. And that's the bike I took to Sturgis and back. I went Daytona and back and Laconia and back, all in 2010. And one year I hit the big three all at once. What other bikes have you owned, Steve? Let me know, or anybody else. There's 4 people in here. What other bikes have you owned? I know my wife has owned a Johnny Pag. That was a 250cc motorcycle. That was actually a nice looking bike. It had a high frequency vibration. It wasn't really a good bike. No wonder when they went out of business. And then after that, she got a Harley Davidson XG 750. She didn't know she was getting it. She came home from work and I rolled it out of the garage. My buddy Rob was with me when that happened. Then after that, she got a Harley Davidson freewheeler trike and that beautiful red. Oh man, what a great bike that was. Nice looking bike. You could fit 230 racks and a 6-pack in the trunk. And yeah, I did it. And so, man, I've had so many bikes. God, I think I bought 5 or 6 Harley Davidsons from Yankee. I bought 2 Harley Davidsons from, at the time, Brothers Harley Davidson, which is now Freedom Road. Plus the other Harley I had, which is the 93 Softail. And, Harley Davidson, it's an addiction. I love it. So, hey guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what bikes you've owned in the past. I'd like to hear about it. I love the old bikes, man. I'd love to get my hands on another 76 KZ400 in red. That's what I had. And man, I loved that bike. I had so many good memories on that. I used to strap a cassette player or bungee a cassette player to the handlebars and ride around listening to music, because that's all that bike can, it's the only way I could get music on that bike. Oh, I had my first motorcycle accident on that bike. I had a lot of firsts with that bike. It was my first bike, my first motorcycle accident. Let's see, first group rides. I used to go to Marcus Dairy and Danbury all the time. If you're not familiar with that, it was like a Sunday rally every Sunday. And it was a good time. And, next thing you know, it got commercialized. It just ruined that thing when they went commercial, where you had to pay to go in. They had Sergeant Slaughter there, one of the old WWE wrestlers. Yep. I said it, WWE. Well, it's WWF at the time. Now it's WWE. To get his picture with him, he wanted like $10, $5 or $10. As you're out your mind. No, thank you. I just don't believe taking pictures with. I should pay to take pictures with anybody. One time I met the Prince of Luxembourg and his parents, the king and queen. There's the pinnacle of meeting celebrities or VIPs. And, they didn't charge me. They fed me. And if you've ever seen me eat, that's quite the undertaking. So, when I meet celebrities or, other famous people, I always think of what it was like when I met the king and queen, and they're just normal people, man. They're awesome. Wow, my beer's empty. Maybe I should have started drinking it before we went live. So, if those of you just joining us, man, let me know what bikes you used to own or what bikes you do own because you know what? I don't care what you ride, man, as long as you're in the wind. That's the only thing that matters to me. I'm not a Harley snob. Uh, I'm a snob with Harleys, with only working with them in the shop or the garage because I'm not told to work on anything else. I try to change, do a guy's wheel and, true his wheel for him. But I went to go jack the bike up and I didn't have the actual jack to jack up the bike on the lift to take the tire off because the engine case came past the frame and I didn't want to crack his engine and I did not want to buy him an engine. So guys, let me know what bikes you own. We got, Steve here. He's got a GL 500 with 110,000 miles. That's awesome. He rides. I have a 2020 Lowrider S, a 2022 CVO Road Glide, and the Envious Green Envious Green Fade. And why isn't when people own a CVO, they got to let you know? I don't know. But I just do it. Doesn't matter if it's a CO or a special or a absolutely. These parts you put together and you're riding, it's $100. Who cares, man? You're riding, you're in the wind. And that's all that matters is getting in the wind and riding. That's what I love to do. And I'm not a snob when it comes to, if you're not riding a Harley, I can't talk to you. I actually knew somebody one time who was so against Harley Davidson's. I told him, hey, man, I just bought a bike. Somebody I used to ride. As a matter of fact, he taught me how to ride. And I said to him, hey, I'm getting another bike. He's like all excited. Yeah, that's awesome. We got to ride. I says, yeah. He goes, ask me what I got. I says, I'm buying a 93 Harley Davidson Softail. And he's like, oh, don't talk to me ever again. What the hell was that about? Guy's a jerk. And he's a closet pedophile too. So I don't even associate with him anymore. One day he'll get caught and he'll go to jail. And that's the end of that conversation. So, yeah, there's two people in this world I have zero tolerance for: thieves and pedophiles. Those are the lowest of the lows. I won't put up with it. I'll give you the shirt off my back as soon as you steal a washer from me. You're done. I won't talk to you. I won't acknowledge you. But until then, I will give you the shirt off my back. I'll do anything for you, brother. Hell, at that point, quick story. There's a guy I call brother and I love him to death. He called me up one night at 1:00 in the morning, said he needed a ride. It's okay, I'll get you. He says, don't come to 3. Because he was partying. He says, okay. So at 3:00, 2:30, I left my house to go pick him up for 3. I picked him up at 3:00 and I drove him all the way home, which I had to go past him home another half hour and then come back home. By the time I got home, it was time to shower and get ready to go to work, and I went to work. But, I don't care. I mean, I got him home safe. He was out partying and have a good time on a work night, and he was home safe and I have to worry about visiting him in the hospital or going to his funeral because he was on his bike and he left his bike where it was. So, that's the type of person I am. So if you earn my trust and my respect and I call you brother, I mean it. And I'll go to the ends of the earth for you until you do me wrong. You steal from me or I find out you're a pedophile. Other than that, everything else could be worked out in time. You know what I mean? We could always work it out. Hey, anybody got any questions while we're here? Welcome to the chat. There's 5 of us. Tell me, we're an hour and 25 minutes into this conversation. I've been jabbering off at the mouth. I've had a couple of questions or comments come in. Let me know what you guys think. Hey, if you just joined us, I got a new mic. What do you think? It's kind of fancy with the crazy color changing in it, but my wife says the audio is good. The new camera I got, it's an Osbot camera, and it's pretty cool, man. It's it's a just a webcam. I can't do any filming for I don't know if I could or not, but I have my GoPros that I use to film for the regular channel, for the regular videos for the channel, and I have my Insta360 One X2 I use for the moto vlogging. So, I like this new webcam. What do you guys think? I like it. Hey, Hannah, you're here. Yes, Hannah, that's your bike. Here, let me move. I'll tell you what, Hannah, I got to do something for you. Here you go. You ready? I'm going to zoom in on your bike for you and get out of the way. Not much left to be done on your bike, Hannah. Almost done. Yep, almost done. I got the highway pegs to do, but I don't want to do those without set up one and be done with it. I have your LED lights to put on it, your gas tank and dash, and that's it. I still got to put your front turn signals on. I just got done rewiring them because I had to take them apart for powder coat. And your tail light, I got to order a new harness for that. The harness broke. It's on me. So I'm going to buy you a new harness. So I'm going to be ordering that. If they don't have it, I'm going to be ordering it. And the 17th, this bike behind me is going to Yankee Harley Davidson. They're picking it up. They're going to dyno tune it on the 20th and then bring it back. So, Hannah, if you want me to let everybody know what the dyno tunes are like, what your dyno numbers are, I will. If you don't, then I will respect your privacy and not let anybody know. Yeah, she does light up the room. She's really pretty. And what do you think of the camera? Is it got? I think the picture's so much better than it has been in the previous lives. Because I after reviewing the video after last week in the previous videos, I was kind of disappointed at the video quality, and I started on this hunt and research of webcams. What's the best webcam for under a certain amount of dollar? I could tell you this mic and the webcam was right around $200. And that's an easy nut to swallow over some webcams that I saw that are thousands of dollars or $500. And I'm like, I'm not spending $500 on a webcam. I can't afford to at this point, but I could afford to spend $200 on a webcam and a microphone. Yeah, Steve says he's had a couple of Honda 175s, a Honda Hawk CB400. But my buddy who taught me about Honda Hawk 450. I forget what year it was, but that was a cool bike. And yeah, he taught me how to ride, and it was great. Hey, honey, if you're still listening, can you bring me another beer? I've already finished my one. 2's my limit. 3 shots is my limit. I had 2, so I'll be having my 3rd shot here in a minute. But yeah, Hannah, your bike's coming out great. This other bike is coming along. It still has some work left to be done. I just brought the last of the powder coating to Johnny, the powder coater, but he's on vacation. I got it to him right before vacation. He's got to order the powder. And once that's ordered, it comes in, he's going to do it, get it done. And then we'll finish up part 4 of that bike because I've already got 3 parts of that bike up for a video and part 1 and 2. I got part 3 that I posted. That will be up a week from Sunday. Hannah, part 2 of your bike is getting posted this Sunday at noon. So that would be really cool. Hopefully you can watch it and you can see it come together. And, it's been quite the project. I've had a lot of fun with it. And, I'm looking forward to it. Hannah, I don't know how long you've been listening, but I have another bike coming in here for stage 2. And then I have another bike coming in. I'm going to be doing front forks. Thanks, honey. You want to say hi to everybody?
No, it's okay.
My wife is camera shy. She hates what she looks like in the camera, but that's okay. We all know she's old. She went to school with Jesus Christ and the Little Red Schoolhouses with the Ingalls family from Little House on the Prairie.
And you went to school with Christ.
So, you know, her and Laura Ingalls were best friends. So, because she's old. You know, I'm older than her only by calendar, but definitely not mentally. Hey, here's to everybody, to good health, good happiness. And, you know, I noticed today when I was looking through it, I have videos lined up and ready to go for this Sunday and the Sunday afterwards. But that following Sunday is the 25th of December, which is Christmas Day. I'll probably put up a quick video for that, but there will be a bonus video coming out. I know I mentioned it, how to hide your antenna. Yes, Hannah, your antenna is hidden, and I used your bike for the video. She's not old. Hannah says my wife's not old. Well, you know, I like teasing her. No, she's not old. She's my hot, sexy biker chick. She's my best friend. I love her to death. You know that. Mel says hi. Look at that. Cheers. Perfect. So, you know, Anna, you excited about getting your bike back home soon? I know I'll be excited for you to see it in person. I could tell you personally, seeing the pictures that I've taken and seeing the bike in person, the pictures do the bike no justice. Oh, you miss her so much. I bet you do. However, when you get her back, she's going to be a totally different bike. Completely different. The way she looks and the way she performs. Yep. Tell Mike he's going to have to get heavy on the throttle and keep up with you. Yeah, she is a black beauty, but she's black and purple. Now she's got a lot of purple. Yep. I'm not showing you all the rest of the purple. Sorry. I got to leave some surprises for you. And I'm not going to point it out. I want you to find it on your about, but I just not leave things the way they were because it just didn't look right. And I'd rather make the bike look right than sit there and look at it when we go on rides and say, damn, I wish I did that. Or, I wish I did that. Nope. When you get your baby back, she's going to be, I will look at it and I will know for a fact there was nothing else I could have done to make that bike rock hard and look beautiful. I love hide and seek games. Yeah. Some of them will be hide and seek and some of them will jump out at you. And, you know, the mic covering quite a here. So, you know, just to give you a hint, and here's the other bike that I'm working on. Look at that front end, huh? That came out really nice, that front wheel that Johnny powder coated. I love him to death. He's a great powder coater. I know he's on vacation or he'd be in here with his wife, Dee, again. So he can't figure out chatting. I'm going to have to educate Mike sometime. Tell him I said hello and I love him to death. I'm looking forward to going to Florida with him. some nights I lay awake thinking, man, I love road trips, and this is going to be a great road trip. I had a great time going to Gettysburg with him. Now we're going to go to Florida. It's going to be a phenomenal time. That looks sick. Yes, it does. Hey, Hannah, did you guys see the poker chips yet? They came in. That's the front. And that's the back with my QR code. So I will be getting those poker chips out. You and Mike are definitely getting one. Sean's supposed to be sending me his address so I could get him a poker chip and some stickers. Hopefully he'll let me know what size shirt he is. So if I have one large shirt left. So here's hopes that it'll fit him. Just going over my emails. I haven't gotten an email from him. So yeah, that's what I got going on, guys. Thank you. Yes, I much anticipated. I'm still waiting on another order from another company of poker chips. I got aggravated with the first company, and I'm still aggravated with them. And I'm going to put them on blast. Pokerchips.com. Do not order from them. I ordered 300 from them back in mid-October. And when I ordered them, their website says 3 to 5 days for production from confirmation of the order. And then, standard ground shipping. Almost a month goes by, and I'm reaching out to them. I don't hear anything. So I called my credit card company to dispute the charges. Funny thing is, the day I reach out to them to dispute the charges on my credit card, I get an email from them. And I says, and we're going back and forth. I says, well, I was hoping to have them by December 1st. And he says he'll do his best. We'll put my order at the top of the list. And I emailed him again today saying, hey, any update on this order? And no updates. And when you go to the website, all they have is an email, no phone number, but they have an address. The day I disputed the charges, I had these poker chips made up. That was in mid-November. So in less than 2 weeks, I got these poker chips in, and it was custompokerchips.com. And less than 2 weeks, I got my 300 poker chips, and they were designed differently than the original because I wanted to do that so I know which order came in. So I will never do business again with pokerchips.com. At this point, the money I paid for those poker chips is $300. If I don't get my money back, I'm pretty sure I will through the credit card company. But I'm going to do everything I can with reviews and everything on that company to ruin them, because it basically put my integrity in question. Because when I designed them and ordered them, I promoted them, and everybody kept asking me for poker chips. I said, I don't have them. I'm still waiting on them. And it made me feel like I'm a fool putting something out there that people started to think that wasn't going to happen. I'm sorry. The Army's taught me one thing, honor, loyalty, respect, integrity. And without integrity, and this company has none, which is pokerchips.com. They don't have any integrity. It took a dispute of the charges on my credit card for them to reach out to me. And they've responded to the email I sent them a week earlier. I gave them a whole week, not a business week, a full calendar week to get back to me before I disputed those charges. And I sent them an email today asking them, hey, what's the update on that? And I didn't get the refund on my credit card yet, but I will be calling my credit card company to let them know that they are a sham, that I believe they have no intentions of filling this order because they are very unresponsive. They will respond if you get involved. I don't care at this point. I just want my money back. And if I don't get my money back, I will do everything I can on all my social medias to destroy pokerchips.com to the point where I hope they go out of business. I don't hope that for anybody, but like I said, I will give you the shirt off my back until you do me wrong. And you know what? When you start messing with my money, because it's money that comes out of pocket that should have been in the household, then now we got a problem. So, yeah, I don't think they want business either. Steve, you're a medium. All I have left is a large. So I'm going to send you the large. You know, it'll shrink a little bit. You'll grow into it. So if you guys ever wanted to do custom poker chips and you Google custom poker chips and pokerchips.com comes up, ignore them. So, but I do have 300 poker chips here, or actually now 298 because my wife took one and I'm taking one. And I'm going to be giving some out up at Yankee Harley Davidson because they are a sponsor of mine. And, to the ownership there, I just want to give them stuff. I mean, heck, they helped me out a lot with this channel. So every time I could give them something, I will. I'm actually going to, next t-shirt order, I'm actually going to get their sizes and I'm going to make sure I get them a t-shirt out of my own pocket for them. Oh, honey, you're going to bed? Oh, wait, no. Hannah, good night, Hannah. Sweet dreams to you and Mike. We'll be talking to you guys soon. So, what else you guys want to talk about tonight? I've been rambling on now for almost an hour and 45 minutes about Harley Davidson, pokerchips.com, bikes a ride, on bikes. What else you want to talk about tonight? Let me know. I mean, this is all for you. I still got to eat dinner tonight. I didn't want to be late. So my wife put my dinner in the microwave because I don't want to be late for you guys because I was too busy in here trying to get bikes done for everybody else. Again, my needs fall to the wayside, but that's okay. Let's see. What else you guys want to talk about? We talked about the Sportster. You guys, I mentioned in the past that the Electric Glide Standard, which is a stripped down street glide, is not being produced again for 2023, which is fine. I mean, I like the idea when Harley came out with that was a sub $20,000 touring bike. It had everything other than no ABS, no radio, and that was it. And it was sub $20,000. You were into a touring bike, which was nice, but they're not doing that anymore. And I don't blame them. I mean, how many versions of the Street Glide do you need? You had the Street Glide Standard. You had the Street Glide Special. Now you got the Street Glide ST. Then you had the Electric Glide Standard, which is basically a Street Glide stripped down to nothing. So I don't blame Harley Davidson for dropping that one. Not at all. but they also dropped the Road King standard, which was the Road King and chrome accents. Now they're just keeping the Road King special with the black engine. And I'm going to go on a limb here, guys, and I'm going to make a prediction. Harley's going to come out with a CVO Road Glide. They have not announced any of the CVO yet for 2023. That usually does not happen until they do a model review, the model launch on their website right around mid-January, early February. And I will definitely give you guys the skinny on that. The information that I get, I will share with you. But I understand what Harley is doing. You know, I think it's going to be, I actually think good for Harley to lose the live wire. I understand there's a big, but okay, at the highest that Harley says you get 130 miles out of a full charge. Guys, that's half a riding day for me. You know, if I'm going out riding my motorcycle, I'm going to put 200-300 miles on it that day. And to sit there and says, okay, I got to make sure I get home before 130 miles so I don't end up dead on the side of the road without having to try and find a charging system to charge it. And God knows how many hours it takes to charge a live wire. You know, it's not a bike that you buy to ride. It's a bike you buy to commute on that you could sit there and go back and forth to work and charge it every day. A commuting bike. All right. We're back down to 3 people. We're going to give this a few minutes, and so anybody else jumps in, they jump in. If they don't, then we will definitely call it the end of the night.